ESPN 106.1 FM, The Choice 105 worldwide on IBGR.network. Would you join me, please, and welcome to these Mike King Biz Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to On the Mic with Mike, the premier business radio program in the area. I'm your host, Mike King. Appreciate you being here with me. The views expressed here are mine. I have no connection to, support of, agreement with any other host, information, or ads on the station. I don't work for these stations. My programs just air here on a daily basis. Join me as this cutting-edge show. We uplift the community and showcase RVA in a different way. We'd like to thank our show sponsors, Tom Children Credit Card by Andy Taylor, Junk Pluggers. Mama Shell's Cafe is out there doing big things. And speaking of Mama Shell's Cafe, you know what time it is. Today is the day. We are here with the Culture Mix Experiment and our good friends from Taste on TV. So Chef Michelle, she don't roll solo. Oh no, she brings in talent from a little bit of ways away. She brings in talent from all the way from the West Coast. So Chef Michelle Wilson, welcome back to the program.
Why, thank you for letting me back on the mic, Mike. I know that
it's scary.
It's scary putting me on. I understand. I get it. But I brought some friends with me today. And, I just want to talk them up. I want them to talk about themselves and get an idea of what Taste on TV is doing, what the Culture Mix is doing, and what their individual shows is doing. And Mike, thank you for giving us a platform to show off a little bit.
That's right. It's always a pleasure. With you and Taste on TV, that's a great platform. We always like partnering with you guys. So who you bring with you today?
All right. And so we're going to start with Phasia. Is that Phasia right there? The pretty girl.
Is right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
There you go. Hey.
I know we're all in the room today. Mm-hmm. And so we have her show is called Lifestyling It.
That's right.
Did I get that right? All right. And so tell me a little bit about that. When did you're getting ready to premiere, or you've already premiered?
I premiered on November 23rd. So Thanksgiving Day. And so right now we're about to air week 4. Nice. And my show, as the title suggests, is a lifestyling show. I do, things like shopping, products, cooking. And I try to focus on things that people could do every day, even if you have a busy schedule, to just kind of control your environment and make it a place of calm and like well-being. And all those things that, I'm sorry.
I said, yes, we need that. We need some calm.
We need that. Like everything outside of your home, is chaos. So I think about things that you can do right here at home to take better care of yourself and family and things like that. So yeah, so I'm excited. Like it's been going really well.
Wonderful. So tell me one thing, if you could. What is the one thing that you would advise people when they are out there slaying dragons all day long and they're coming back to their home and comfort? What's the one thing you would suggest that they treat themselves to?
A little bit of quiet. If you can, I know it's hard with, households and children and spouses and things like that. But if you can find, even if it's just a time in the shower, for a little bit of quiet and, meditation, if you will, to find that time, if it's just 5 minutes, to reflect on the day and just let all of that stuff go. Leave that stuff out in the world. It doesn't belong here in your home. So yeah. I think that's the one thing. And I've started embracing that more now in doing
yeah, I've even bought a headset for around the house. So that if my husband is in one room watching TV and it's not something that I really want to hear, but I want to be in the same space, I put my headset on, put on something to calm me down, or nothing at all, just to cancel out some of that noise so that I can have some peace of mind. And then there's the other side of that, Craig Mitchell. The comedy aspect, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about you, Craig. What's the name of your show, and and I tell you, you're funny. What do you do?
Oh, thank you. Well, my show is called Off the Cuff, Healthy Cooking with Craig Mitchell, but it's you can do it in one breath if you just say off the cuff. And it's a show that I started about 4 years ago, to tell you the truth, because I was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic. As my doctor said, I had the worst case of type 2 he'd ever seen. and I was over 400 pounds. And I reversed my type 2 diabetes. I lost over 100 pounds. And
Wow.
everybody said, write a book, write a book. I went, I don't want to write. I'm a comedian. I want to entertain. So I started the show with but with a sense of humor, because I'm not a cook who went into comedy. I'm a comedian who went into cooking. So
Cool. And so what are some of the things that your show brings that's a little bit different than others? What would you say is a little bit different outside of the healthy cooking aspect that you bring to the plate for Taste on TV?
well, I have the world's smallest and antiquated kitchen. It's a really sweet place, but it's also quite wacky. You never know who's going to show up. I get special guests ranging from Bluto from Popeye to Colonel Sanders from KFC. So there's going to be a dose of comedy. There's the food, though. I always put the spotlight on that. I make sure that people, and like I said, I'm not a trained chef like so many people on the network. I am just a guy who can cook and shares recipes that anybody can master. That's one of the things I really want to emphasize.
Wait a second, Craig. Now I get it. You're the guy who was eating the cake, weren't you? In the promo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why did I? Okay, I get it now. I was scared to ask, but now it registers. You're that guy. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm always that guy.
I enjoy watching him. He's hilarious. So now,
sure.
Yes. Aisha, where do you hail from?
I'm right side out of Chicago. I'm right side Midwest girl. Yeah.
Born and raised?
Born and raised.
Wow.
Lived other places, always come home.
So
Nice.
Deja, when did you realize that you had the lifestyling thing that you were able to help other people?
When other people started to take notice. So I became a homeowner, I guess fairly young, and I just wanted to have this environment. I wanted to basically live the life I saw on TV, but do it in a way that I can do it. That was accessible to me at the time as a mid 20-year-old, and just creating the environment for myself, changing things up. And then, you have friends and family members that are like, oh, that was pretty cool. How did you do that? Like, can you help me do this? Or, when I entertain, I'm an event planner. And, I bring some of those sensibilities into my home if I'm just entertaining for myself, not just my clients. And, people started taking, well, how did you do this? And it's like, okay. So I started a YouTube channel in that respect and, doing things similar to what I do on the show, and then expanded to that. So to answer your question, probably in the last 10 years or so, it's really been what I became known for in my circle and a little bit outside of that as well.
Okay, so
and that's the cool thing.
I'm sorry. So take us through. You're sitting there on your show drops on Thanksgiving, ma'am. Okay, Tell us what that was like.
So that show, I actually made it to be what to do with your Thanksgiving leftovers. So while you're sitting there having your Thanksgiving dinner, or probably by that time digesting and having dessert, things that you can do with your leftover turkey and all of those things to get rid of it. Because by day 3, we all know Thanksgiving leftovers is not the thing. So that was the first episode to introduce the show that this year.
What was it like when you were sitting there watching it? How did it make you feel to see your baby come to TV?
It's so awkward. So, you don't get used to it. You're like, oh my God, is that what my voice sound like? God, my hair was out of place right then. It's still awkward to watch it. And you sit there with your family and friends and they're watching. It's like
they're excited, and you're sitting there kind of with the nervous energy, but they're proud. I mean, you have a TV show on a worldwide platform. That's a big deal.
And when you say it like that,
I know.
When you say it like that, it's, but you do your best you can. You throw yourself out there, do the best that you can do, and you deliver what you can, and continue to look for ways to improve. And that's what I do when I watch the show, and even when I'm just submitting, those episodes, you just, okay, next time that could be better, or So, I look to continue growth and improvement as far as that's concerned. So try not to take it too personally.
Cool.
So, Joe, really quickly, but before we came on air, it is the holiday season, and you were telling us that you were gonna, you kind of, do you have an issue with Santa that you
Yeah.
and 19
Calling
comedians
Santa out.
are gonna call Santa out? Give the listeners an idea of what Santa is in store for with you and comedians.
Well, we have a range of comedians. We have John Ferrantino. We have Michael Carbonaro. I don't know if you ever saw the Carbonaro Effect.
I have.
Yeah. We have Bruce Baum. We have Fred Klecht. We have Jim Labriola, Mike Grief, and some of us are playing characters. I'm emceeing, and we just want to give. And John Ferrantino is playing Santa. So what we're gonna do is anything that we have from our childhood, any resentments, we're gonna pour it on Santa. I have, basically, one of the things I'm gonna say to him is like, Santa, enough with this milk and cookie stuff. You deliver Christmas presents to everybody in the world in one night. Now, the average speed you go at is 24,694 miles per hour to do that. So I'm not leaving you milk and cookies. I'm going to lead you a speedball and and some Adderall. That's all. Stuff like that. That's what we're going to hit Santa with.
Santa is not ready for what's going to happen. So
no.
Look at the company I keep here, Mike. Look at the company I keep.
You know what? And it says something that I keep it with you as well, which is a scary thing. I'm trying to be better. So, Phasia, what was the process of you getting to TV? Let's talk about that process.
Chance.
How did the idea come up? One day you're like, hey, you know what? I want to have a TV show.
It was simply by chance, scrolling through Facebook and saw that this network that's up and coming, is looking for talent. So I was like, well,
I'm talented.
Again,
You're like,
I'm sorry.
I'm talented.
I'm talented, but you do go to your friends that'll be like, okay, grimy, and say, what do you think? Should I submit this? And they, yeah. I'm like, okay, well, I'll submit it, and here we are today. And so it was entirely kismet. It was, I guess, supposed to happen when it happened, and it was fortunate. And I hate to say that; it sounds horrible, but it happened at a time during the pandemic. So I was at home. I was working from home, and that allowed me the time. Because had I not been working from home, I would have never had the time. So it came at the right time, and okay, let me just go ahead and throw it out there, and that's it.
There we go. On the Mic with Mike, ESPN Richmond 106.1 is where you find us 5 to 7 a.m. It's part of the Mike King Biz Radio Network. That is ESPN Richmond 106.1, the Choice 105.3. That's every day from 2 to 3, as well as the International Business Growth Radio program, Business on a Worldwide Platform. That's Saturday at 10 a.m. Steph Michelle, let people know how they can find you and your program out there.
All right. Well, you can find me on Taste on TV platform through Roku, Amazon, and Apple TV. Just download the Taste on TV on your phone. I think it's Taste on TV to go on your phone, or find them on other platforms. My show comes on Fridays at 8 p.m. and it is also on demand. So check me out.
All righty, Phasia, how about you?
Livestyling is on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So again, catch me on Taste on TV to go.
All righty, Craig, how about you, the comedian, sir?
Off the Cuff, Healthy Cooking with Craig Mitchell is on Thursdays at 7:30. I'm the lead-in for Phasia. Yay!
Yay!
Phasia, they're ready. They're warmed up for you. They are warmed up, ready. So,
after all that chaos, I'm going to bring the calm.
Yes, because I think there's going to be some activity, some chaos that rolls around with Craig. So, Craig, so when you started doing that, so people told you that you needed to write a book. Give people your journey, an idea of your journey, and how you go from, instead of writing a book, to having a TV show.
Okay, Phasia mentioned being on YouTube, and I've seen her show, so she was one of the top people on YouTube. She knows how to do a presentation. When I first started looking for recipes that were low carb when I was diagnosed, I would get these tutorials on YouTube, and I was shocked because people were just so monotone and just like one camera angle. And it's like, so today we are doing a low carb steak. Now, steak is very good because it's meat. And meat is very good because it's not bread. And I see 4.5 million views. I'm like, what? And I said, I could do that and make it entertaining. Or at least I thought I could. But if you go back on YouTube and see my first episode, here I am. Hi, this is Low Carb with Craig Mitchell. So it's a learning process. It really is.
It's hard to perform just you and a camera. It's like you need the energy. And so yeah, I feel you, Craig.
No,
So wait,
yeah,
so how do you guys get the energy? Are there other people around you? Like because Michelle, she has a crew, it's kind of mayhem around her because I've seen that. So Phasia, what does your production part look like?
It's really me and a camera and whoever might be assisting me at that moment. It's really
you and a crew, huh?
no, not even a crew. So call it sometimes it's just me. So I sometimes still think I struggle with being, like the energy that I'm trying to give. And it's like, but, we work through it. I try to deliver really good content, make it clear for everybody. And that's one of the great things about Craig's show and my show is that, we're not chefs, we just doing what we love to do. We're just really good cooks and, hopefully you're cute enough and have enough personality to attract some viewers.
Pull it off, right?
That is true. Alrighty, Craig. So when a person is out there and you had the idea, how do you chase that dream? How do you get a dream to come true?
That is one of the toughest questions to answer. But the thing is, you have to be undaunted and you can't give up. I've been in show business in one form or another for 40 years. And it's just been like being a hamster on one of those spinning wheels because it's really tough to get traction and you get your little opportunities. And if you miss that ring, it may be 2 or 3 years before you get another opportunity, if at all. So you have to be persistent. You have to believe in yourself. And, you have to understand that not everybody, at the age of 23 gets onto a sitcom like Friends. It doesn't always happen. So you just stay true to yourself, do what makes you happy, put it out there any way you can. And that's why I'm so grateful to Taste on TV for giving me a platform to actually share, because my show is really what I am. I mean, it's all me, just like Phasia. It's just me and the camera in that kitchen. When I shoot the comedy scenes, sometimes I have a director or an assistant director, but it's my voice. And I think you got to stay true. You have to find your voice first, and then you got to stay true to it.
So, Chef Michelle, let's talk about the business side of it right there. How do you make a show successful? Like, what do you need to do for a person who's trying to take something from an idea to get it to TV? Give people a few of the steps that are needed.
Well, the two guests hit it on the head. You have to be persistent. You have to approach it. You have to show up for those opportunities. Okay. When the opportunity was presented to me, I ignored it. I didn't ignore it on purpose. I own a restaurant. That's all I got to say. And next thing you know, I turned around and it was asked, yo, whatever happened to that chef that was supposed to contact us about the blah, blah. So, I get reprimanded a little bit. I was like, oh my goodness. So I called and I recognized then, yeah, don't miss this opportunity. Don't mess this up. Another thing you have to look at too, I think, is, of course, sustainability, but then the business aspect is it costs. And so this is a business for me, being on Taste on TV. It's a business. And so I'm looking for, thank God, got some good sponsorships out of it. Sponsorship dinners. I'm running around chasing people down the street. Yo, hey, look at me. I got a show. You want to come on, And it's a business. I think that that gets lost in the sauce sometimes. People are so excited to have this platform and just to be seen. They forget that money makes the wheels on the bus go round and round. And so the Taste on TV folks recognize that, and they work with the people that have these shows, but we have to go out there and make it work so that we can help support this platform and keep it going and grow it.
That is true. So Phaedra, let me ask you, when you got the call back that said that you sent the episode away to Taste on TV, you're like, okay, not sure. What happened when it came back and they're like, hey, this thing works? What happened to you then?
Get to work. It's, again, one of those things, you know, jump on it. You know, if it don't work out, it don't work out. But, you know, you gave it a try. So I was like, okay, well, let me get to work then. Let me figure things out and put together what I can. Like, again, I kind of approach it like everything. Put it out there. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But, you know, just keep trying to do what you do. Keep being you. Keep trying to improve. And that's what it was. I was a little surprised, actually, when Terrence called. Shout out to Terrence Quillins. And okay, yeah, I can do it. And we just got to work. Let me throw some ideas in here and figure out what sticks.
There you go. So Craig, it's a question I always ask people, but I've never asked a comedian. What gives you hope out there?
What gives me hope? That, you know, that's a real tough question. I always have to go
one per show, man, and you got it.
Well, I gotta tell you, if I'm gonna go to my core, the thing that really gives me hope is the capacity for people to be generous, to be loving, and also for people to have a sense of humor. And like I said, sense of humor is the biggest part of me, to be honest with you. And the ability to laugh and to be kind. I see it all the time. Sometimes I don't, but most of the times I do, and I try to concentrate on that. To me, that's what gives me hope, because it's still there. Sometimes with all the muck that's going on in the world, you can't see it, but it's there.
So it's Mike King Biz. Here's the radio program On the Mic with Mike. Mike King. Craig Mitchell is coming to us from, is it Van Nuys, California?
Van Nuys, California.
All right. So we have Phaedra coming to us from right outside Chicago. Chef Michelle and I are in Richmond, Virginia. So Taste on TV is a worldwide platform. Chef, let's talk a little bit about what that means for you from a business standpoint.
Well, from a business standpoint, it really has given me an opportunity to introduce or reintroduce myself to the community in a different way. I support the arts. I want the opportunity to bring people along and to enjoy being in a space or place that they hadn't previously been. That I want that to be my legacy, I guess. And so this has been a great opportunity to do so, along with the cafe and along with the parking lot pull-up. So I got a couple of things going on that all ties together. And it's just another fantastic voyage. It's another fantastic trip to take around the sun. So I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying everything about it. I enjoy the people that I'm meeting. I'm enjoying my time I get to spend with you every other week on the show, Mike.
Here we go.
And bringing it to everyone. I think that you do a great job of bringing people along as well, and so I'm glad to be a part of it. I really am.
So Phaedra, let me ask you, what can people expect in a few upcoming shows from Lifestyling It?
Let's see, what's going on. So we have Christmas coming up. So of course I'll have to, dedicate some time to that topic. So we're doing Christmas brunch, probably some New Year's Eve entertaining. It's been really hard, living in almost a post-pandemic. We're still kind of in the midst of that, for people to get together. So, creating comfortable environments for people to do that. So I'll focus New Year's Eve on that. Travel tips, decorating tips, all coming through the seasons, self-care, all those things will be coming through on Lifestyling It this season.
Alrighty, Craig, what do you have upcoming for your show?
I have a very special visitor from the North who's going to be on my show Christmas week. And yep. Yep, President Trudeau. And no. And,
I kind of thought it
having
was somebody else. I'm just saying.
yeah, you would think. I mean, I hope after we do on the Big Bad broadcast, after we do the roast, I hope that Santa does show up. But he's scheduled to be on my show, and I'm going to do Christmas cookies and gingerbread men who are actually low carb and low in sugar, actually no sugar. And I got a whole bunch of stuff planned. It's lots of good stuff. I'm trying to think of all the recipes. I have a low carb shepherd's pie coming that I use mashed cauliflower with. I have a couple of guys from Alabama who I think have been outside too long. You got to see them. They're hilarious. They think they see stuff at night, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, just general wackiness, good food, and an overall sense of fun.
There you go. On the mic with Mike, the folks from Taste on TV.
Yes.
But Taste on TV. Shout out to you guys, for the platform that you have. Excellent shows. Chef Michelle, it's always a pleasure. One last time, Craig, how can people find you out there?
You can find me on www.tasteontv.com. You can download the apps on Roku, on Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and for iOS and Android.
All right.
Thursday nights,
Phaedra,
7:30. Sorry.
there you go. Phaedra, how can we find you?
Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at lifestyling_it. And my website, simplylavish.net. That is my event planning business.
All right.
Nice.
Craig, as well as Phaedra, make sure you shout me out and find me. I'm on social platforms, #MikeKingBiz, #on the mic with Mike RVA. We're the best. No, we're the only daily business-ish radio program in the area. So we are on ESPN Richmond, and we don't talk sports. So it's kind of like Craig being a comedian and cook and chef at the same time. It's kind of like not exactly what people think of.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's what we do here. Chef, it is good to see you. Thanks for always jumping on the program. On the mic,
Absolutely.
Mike, Chef Michelle, Phaedra, Craig Mitchell, like to thank you guys for coming on. We got to
Thanks for having us.
I always say the microphone ain't free, plus my grandkids need stuff. We got to go pay these bills. We'll talk to you later. Thanks now. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye all.
Bye.
Bye.